Today, we're going to be going over our predictions for Final X 2023. So first off, we have the 57 kg match between Zane Richards and Thomas Gilman. And Richards is on a bit of a hot streak. Recently beat Suriano at the trials. It was a very close match, and I thought Suriano was going to win that whole tournament. But Richards ended up winning and qualified for Final X. But do I think he's going to beat Thomas Gilman 2 out of 3 matches at Final X? Probably not. Gilman has a lot of forward pressure, a lot of underhooks, and he has good counterattacks as well. I don't think Richards is going to be able to keep up. He might get a takedown or two, but I expect Gilman to win the first 2 matches in this series. And then 61 kgs in a match between 2 guys who are very comfortable with each other and have a lot of matches against each other. 2 guys from Cornell as well. Garrett versus Rito Araujo. But I think Rito Araujo is going to win this match. They've wrestled a lot in the past, but even just recently at the US Open, Rito Araujo got the best of Garrett. And Araujo is on a huge hot streak. He beat guys like Dayton Fix and Roman Bravo Young. I expect him to be able to win the first 2 matches against Garrett. Then it's Nick Lee versus Yani Mahal, as 2 guys who have been incredibly successful in the NCAA wrestling world. Yani obviously a big scrambler, while Nick Lee was more into the fundamentals. And these guys have only wrestled each other twice. Once when they were in high school, which Yani came out on top, and then recently was in 2021 for the Tokyo Olympic trials in the 3rd place bout, where Yani lost 16-8, even though he had an 8-0 lead at the start of the match. But in my opinion, I think it was a bit of a fluke. Yani didn't look like himself that whole tournament, and I think he'll be able to come back, get the win over Nick Lee 2-1. And then at 70 kgs, it is Zayn Rutherford versus Tyler Berger. Berger had a very close way to winning the US Open. He teched his way through up until the semis, where he had a 11-10 match against Hayden Hidley, and it was really close. And I personally thought Hidley was going to win, but Berger somehow pulled through. And then in the finals, it was also super close against Sammy Sasso. Sasso barely lost 10-9. So Berger was able to make it to Final X, but Rutherford, in my opinion, is just on another level. He recently just won the Pan Am Championships as well, and he's a world caliber wrestler. I think he should win here 2-0. And then it is Kyle Dake versus Jason Knopf. My opinion, I don't think it's going to be that close. Dake already has beaten Knopf in the past, and this just kind of reminds me of David Taylor and Knopf. And David Taylor and Jordan back in the day, when Jordan Burrus would just be denying David Taylor, a Penn State guy, from making it to the world team. And it kind of seems the same way with Knopf and Dake now that they've been wrestling a few times. I think Dake's going to easily win this. I expect him to win the first 2 matches. And it is a rematch at 79 kgs between Chance Martel and Jordan Burrus. We saw this last year at Final X, and JB was able to win 3-match series 2-1 after Martel won match 2, I believe. I think this is going to be close once again. JB just had amazing defense last year, and he was able to win the match because of that, and I believe it'll be the same way this year. 2 or 3 really low-scoring matches, but JB will be able to hold on and win in a 3-match series. And then it's Penn State versus Penn State at 86 kgs. But David Taylor, he is the best pound-for-pound wrestler in the country. He hasn't lost to an American wrestler since 2017, and his underhooks are just crazy. Don't get me wrong, Aaron Brooks is an amazing wrestler, but David Taylor, returning Olympic gold medalist, he's ranked number 4 in the world pound-for-pound. I think he's going to win this pretty easily, win the first 2 matches at Final X. Then at 97 kgs, this is a rivalry that has been happening for so long that it probably has happened since I was born. Jayden Cox versus Kyle Snyder. Jayden Cox and Kyle Snyder, these 2 have been wrestling for so long, since high school at Fargo and college and even internationally. But it seems like Kyle Snyder has been able to get the best of Jayden Cox in most of these matches. As the overall series, Snyder does have the lead and he wins over Cox. But recently, when they last wrestled at the Rudis Super match, Cox was lost both matches, but they were very close. One of them was 7-5 to Kyle Snyder, and the other one was 5-5 on criteria. But I do think this is the year that Jayden Cox is able to make that leap and close the gap between Kyle Snyder, and he's going to win in 3 matches. And then finally, it's Gable Stevenson versus Mason Paris. I don't think I got to do much explaining. The king is back. Gable Stevenson is making this world team in 2 straight matches. You heard it here first. But yeah, that's all for this video. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, comment down below your predictions, what you think I got right or wrong, and subscribe for more wrestling content like this. Peace.